G'day everyone, welcome to GJBricks. I'm Greg. Now today I'm going to talk about this MOC I've been working on. This is part 2 of this particular MOC. I will start by being upfront and saying it's taken me a lot longer than I wanted to build this. I started it, put it on hold, built it, tinkered with it, disliked it, started again, changed it, had some ideas along the way, and I finally got it done. So this is one that's been through the ringer in terms of design. So just as a reminder, this one originally started out with the Central Perk Cafe here, modified to be on a modular base plate. Had the staircase up the side here and a pantry at the back there. And then this is the floor that goes on top of that. So what I've decided to do here is, originally I was going to do Scooby-Doo's detective office. I will say that up front. And then I thought, no, wait, I've got the detective's office modular, kind of wouldn't work. It was going to be here and then going to be an apartment here and then stairs up there, and really just a generic MOC. And then I had a really good idea, which I'll show you in a minute. But I'm just going to go around and say, look, there's not a lot sort of to write home about on the outside, just a small balcony on the back here. Thinking of maybe using that for some storage or some washing or something, but I haven't really put a lot of effort into it. It's got nothing there, and then on the front here, obviously, got a nice balcony with some flowers. I did toy with putting a barbecue on there. It's kind of in a New York theme, and I need to do a bit of research on what kind of things people have on New York balconies. I know they have flowers. Do they have barbecues? I'm not sure. Need to check that one. We've got the fire escape here. Now, reason we've got some of this is because I've used a lot of the parts from my Sanctum Sanctorum sets. So as I said, I built my Sanctum Sanctorum. The link's in the top corner here if you haven't seen it. I recommend going to check that out. I'm very proud of that build, and I'm actually going to be revisiting that one soon and working on it some more. What I decided to do with this one is go with a residential apartment here, and then this bit here, something a bit different, which I'll explain to you in a second. But I'm going to say I think you'll like it. It's a movie reference, one of my favourite movies. Sci-fi, involves aliens, might be called Aliens. Here you can see the overall floor plan for this. So we've got staircase coming up from downstairs, goes straight into this apartment here. Living area, bedroom, kitchen, dining, office areas all here. And then there's the bathroom. Now, I will say I've used colours I had in my backlog. There's a few colours I would like to have done differently. I'd like to have not used grey here, for example. There's a bit too much grey in this. I used grey for the walls and things because I had a lot of grey bricks. I would like to have used a tan colour. Again, I might change it over in the future. It's not a priority right now. This area here though, this is the one I'm most excited about. And I'll go into a bit more detail on this, but let's just say this is going to be the entrance to something that's on the next floor, which is related to that movie theme, and it's actually a ride that users can go on. So let's do a couple of close-up shots on what I've put into this MOC. I'm going to start with the kitchen, because that's what I'm most proud of here, I think, in terms of the actual apartment. It took me a while. I actually originally had a much smaller kitchen in here and decided to change the layout around a bit. So originally the kitchen was going to be in an area here, like literally up to here. It was going to be absolutely tiny, and I put this all together for that and decided to keep it because I really liked it. It looks like someone's left something on the stove there as well. That's not so good. Got a fridge in the corner, a couple of condiments up here, little sink. Someone likes the sort of red and white retro here. I've got no objections to that. Sort of gives it that diner feel, something a bit retro. Here we've got the desk. We've got some science equipment on there, a couple of other bits. I believe I borrowed bits of this from the Jurassic World Lockwood Estate set. So that actually computer and table and bits like that, the bits on top came from that, and then I built the desk underneath it and the chair as well. Again, using parts I had, but I really like that grey and green colour scheme. I think it goes together really well. Then on here, we've just got a bookshelf here. Now this is someone who's a bit of a Marvel fan. We've got Iron Man up here, possibly the Hulk. And then we've got a Lego train in the background. There had to be there, and a bookcase. And then just carrying around, someone eating a healthy dinner of pizza and a cake with a spoon. I guess that makes sense, eating the cake with the spoon. And then going over here, we've got, this one's a bit harder to get to, the living room with massive TV. TV that's way too big for the room it's in. But you know, some people like that. white. Again, couch, black and white couch, black and white TV there. And then just a plant in there just to liven things up. The bedroom, now this one's a bit of a tricky one to get into. Let's see if we can get a close up on this. Got a wardrobe there. I don't know what kind of a wardrobe that is. Looks like something out of Harry Potter or something. We've got Pete's stuff as well. Could this be Spider-Man's? Spider-Man's apartment? It could well be. Who knows? Again, just something else I borrowed from the Lockwood estate. Just a table they had in there, which I thought was kind of cool. And again, the bed, if I can get a close-up enough shot on that one. I think I can. Let's see if I lift the camera up. The bed there again is just the bed from the Lockwood estate. So I tried to use a few parts and stuff I had without actually trying to reinvent the wheel. This one's slightly shaky cam. Close up on the bathroom. Got the shower down here. Toilet over there, or throne as some people call it. Got a bit of a gaudy sink there with the golden taps, and again just a tiled floor. Something really simple, but I just wanted to get that in there, and it's quite an art form, squeezing small things like this into spaces like this in Lego without, like, you know, making it take over the lot. I would love to have made this bigger, had a bath, things like that, but there really is not room. Now this side here is where it gets interesting for me. This is a complete nod to the Aliens movies mixed with a bit of M-Tron. And the reason I've used M-Tron, if anyone remembers, I got these M-Tron parts in a haul a while ago. I bought a load of these figures and these parts of someone. Thought it would be a great crossover with Aliens. So if you look at Alien, what happened was in London we had a ride called the Alien Experience, I think it was. And you could actually go into basically Hadley's Hope, a mini version of just a couple of corridors with some Marines. You'd run into an alien and all of that, and that's what I thought would be an absolutely awesome, something completely different for this MOC area to do. So this is the entrance. What we've got here is loads of nods to the Aliens movie. So I've got the chains dangling here. This is like the scene in Alien where you first see the alien. We've got down here, we've got an alien egg. Don't go too near that. We've got this railing here, which is like the atmosphere processor. You see this all over it when they're going up the stairs. There's these railings everywhere, and the whole base is built on these metal railings here. There's lights and sirens going off everywhere. To be honest, I wouldn't want to be living in the apartment next to this. And then we've got the M-Tron guy at the end here with a couple of bits of memorabilia and things like that you can probably buy. He's got the stand here, which is meant to look like some equipment from the movie. We've got the M-Tron part here. I've just put on the top there as the entrance to actually when you go in. And just down here, and this is where it's really hard to see. This is actually, and you can see this better on my Instagram. This is actually meant to be like bits of the wall from inside Hadley's Hope that have all the pipes and things running down it. Meant to really start to feel like you're going into Hadley's Hope. And what you do is you walk down here, and then the next thing you'll do is you'll go into this bit over here, which isn't built yet because I really didn't have parts that did justice. But this is going to be the elevator up to the 3rd floor, and it's going to be like the elevator from the Aliens movie that Ripley goes down to rescue Newt from inside the reactor. If you haven't seen the Aliens movie, this won't mean anything to you, but trust me, it's an absolutely awesome movie, one of my favourites. And what's going to happen is the 3rd floor, and I've set myself a very big objective here, is actually going to be this ride where we go up and start to experience the whole Aliens atmosphere, the whole Hadley's Hope, go in with the Marines, see some aliens and get through. So this lift will take you up into part of the base. You'll go through to the control room, you'll go round into the reactor, and then back round here, back up to the launch bay, and hopefully make it back down to having enjoyed the ride. So that's the overall goal. As I said, I've set myself a big objective there, but I love the theme. I love that. I've seen some mocks on Flickr from someone who's done some absolutely awesome work with the Aliens movies. I'm using that as some inspiration for what I'm going to do. So I'm not sure when I'm actually going to get that built because I have to order a bucket load of parts, and I'm probably going to have to design it as well because it's just going to be impractical to try and build it the way I usually do. As you can see from this, having torn this one floor down 2 or 3 times to get to this result, which I am really happy with. I've got to say, I think it looks really good personally. I would like to change the colour of some of these bricks, but this is the first time I've built a MOC like this, and I've enjoyed it and I've hated it, and I'm going to do it again and again and again because It's a learning experience. I don't need to do this much detail on every building I do, but I just really did want to get into it. So that's a tour of the inside of the second floor of this MOC. Now you may have noticed these studs here. I'm actually planning to build an alien type sign somewhere here. I haven't decided what that's going to look like yet. Is it going to be a xenomorph or something else? I've never done anything like that again. So I'm really pushing myself with this MOC to go beyond my comfort zone, which is why it's taken me a long time to actually do it. When I had the idea of building that alien kind of entrance and doing something completely different upstairs, I've got to say, I hope you like the idea. I think it's awesome, totally unique, and I love the MOCs that people like Brixtonville and Dr. McBrick have done of this, where they've done bowling. They both did bowling alleys actually, and Brixtonville then did a science laboratory and an apartment on that one, which all looks really cool, and I love his work. Go and check out both of those. I've put the links above here. But I wanted to do something a bit different. I'm like, oh, bowling alley would be cool, but no, they've done it. I can't just do a bowling alley. That's just different and lazy. I need to do something else. And that's what I came up with. So I'm really excited to do that top floor. But as I said, it's going to take me some time to plan it. I'm probably going to have to share the stages of going through that one, building the corridors, building the control room, going into the reactor, all of those kind of things. I've got to go through the nest, trying to capture like 3 or 4 key scenes from the movie in that kind of a space. Is going to be a challenge, but I think it's going to look awesome. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Do you love what I've done here? Does it look cool? Do you like the idea of where this is going, or do you think it's an absolute dud and I should just give up now, throw it all away and start again? Please don't say that, because it's taken me ages and I really like the idea. If you're new here, hit subscribe. I am a LEGO fan and I'm getting back into posting regularly after a little bit of a break. And I'm going to leave you with a couple more videos. Don't forget to give this video a like, comment, share, tell the world, let them find my channel. And I will see you again very, very soon.